Hey, Soul Family, I wanted to pop on real quick because I don't know about you, but I'm just disgusted with the state of the world right now and just all the information that's coming out about celebrities, politicians, and just the ICE protests and things like that. Things are just getting really out of control. And I have a whole long list of people I want to do a soul quality test on because I don't know about you, but I really love to I'm kind of obsessed with knowing the truth, and not just my objective truth or subjective truth, but the truth, like actually what has gone down. And there's just a lot I feel like we're in a propaganda war where we're being manipulated into thinking certain things or unthinking certain things that are true about people. And one person that's been on my radar is Chrissy Teigen. She is a model and an author, and she is a reality TV show host. She's done Lip Sync Battle, which I actually like that show. I didn't really care for her in it. Like, what's the point of having her there? She just looked kind of slutty and I don't know. But anyways, she's I think on the show Toddlers and Tiaras, and I don't know if you've seen that she's mentioned quite a bit in the Jeffrey Epstein files, and more is surfacing. I follow a lot of people that are not on the major news agencies. Like, I like more independent journalists and things like that that don't get any money out of it, just out of the goodness of their heart. They're doing the research. And so more is resurfacing about her tweets, her pedophilia tweets, and her cyberbullying of kids and things like that. And I just wrote down some basic information. So the reason I wanted to come on is because I have some spiritual abilities. I don't like the word psychic, but I'm a medium and a channel and have spiritual abilities and a coach and trauma healing and all that stuff. But I've developed the soul quality test, and I normally use it for my own self. I'm trying to really get it out there. It's so helpful to be able to test the quality of somebody's soul, because I really do believe we are in a spiritual battle, and the narcissists of the world, the sociopaths, the psychopaths, are spiritually deficit, that it's not necessarily mental health disorder or emotional health disorder. It's a spiritual disorder of the soul where they have chosen to disconnect from their spirit self, their compassion, their intuition. Well, no, not their intuition, because they're very intuitive. Their empathy, their conscience, and their connection to the divine. And Chrissy Teigen, red flags all over this chick. She was born Christine Diane Teigen, November 30th, 1985 in Delta, Utah. She's worth $11.5 million. She's one of the highest paid models. We celebrate her, and like we do a lot of other celebrities, and we probably shouldn't be. She has been known to make pedophilia jokes and, like I said, have bullying kids, cyberbullying Courtney Studin, who was studying. I'm not sure if that was at the age of 16. She was telling her to kill herself. Now, she actually tweeted for her to take a dirt nap, which means get buried under the ground, I guess, on Twitter. But I guess there's proof. Courtney came forward with proof that Chrissy Teigen was private DMing her, telling her to kill herself. If that's not bad enough, that's just one example. She has been known to tweet about the Toddlers and Tiara show that I was telling you about. Seeing little girls do the splits half naked, ... I want to put myself in jail. I actually just saw a recent today. I kind of tend to go on, like, I get obsessed about something and I'll just go on a deep dive, like kind of wondering about Princess Diana and going on a deep dive and reading all I can and watching all I can, or like what happened to Natalie Wood, so now it's all the evil that we're presented with, the celebrities and the politicians and everything around us, like what's even true, and the media trying to get us to believe certain things. And I just kind of obsessed. And so now, of course, when you start looking into things, you get more things on your feed. And I saw an interview with her. Looks like they're in a car, and she was talking to somebody, and she was like, wouldn't you want to just try a tiny little bit? If somebody put a human flesh on your plate, just a little bit, wouldn't you want to just eat a little bit? Basically cannibalism. And the guy that she was talking to was like, no, not at all. She's like, not even a little bit. Like, she was laughing about cannibalism and eating humans. So she has been, like, it's come out that she's involved in like a lot of the pedophilia, and possibly worse. I mean, there's nothing worse than that. But I mean, like even child sacrificing, and that part of that really elite, disgusting club of like sacrificing children and that adrenochrome stuff. If you've heard about it now, you're going to say this is conspiracy theory. But I'm telling you right now, I did a soul quality test on her. Red flags. She's not a good person. She is evil, in my opinion. And we need to be really careful about who we idolize. And Chrissy Teigen is not somebody to idolize. I'm just going to say it right now. If you have somebody in your life that you want to get the soul quality test on, knowing who they are at a soul level can really help you plan accordingly in your life and decide whether or not you want to get attached too close to them physically, romantically, financially, in friendship, in business, in relationships, especially in relationships. That's my particular passion. I have a support group for narcissistic abuse healing. So if you could avoid that trauma on the front end, like not get yourself too intertwined and attached emotionally and sexually and financially, and cut a person off early on in the dating scene, before you get yourself attached emotionally, like I said, or when you start having sex, you intertwine your soul to them and your karma is attached to theirs. And it would be better to just maybe take the test on the front end, because your intuition is probably trying to speak to you about a person. And a lot of times we don't trust our intuition and we want to give somebody the benefit of the doubt, and we want to like see the best in people, that can get us in trouble. There's definitely a narcissistic empath template running pretty strong that, they attract the two, and the empath's job is to learn the self-worth and the boundaries and the speaking your truth. But I'm here to help you avoid more trauma. Our nervous systems are shot. I don't know about you, but I'm done with like making mistakes and errors in people I choose to get close to, even in friendship or employers. It's pretty easy to do this test. I just need basic information. And even hiring an employee. If you're a business owner, you know damn well that hiring the wrong person can just ruin the vibe of everything that you built in your workplace, and can just ruin the morale and make a really toxic work environment. And long gone are the days nobody wants to work in a toxic work environment. Not only do we want a paycheck, but we also want to be part of a work family where we feel like somebody gives a shit about us, right? So this test can be used for a lot of things. Reach me at the Zen Zone at mail.com, mail.com, the Zen Zone at mail.com. If you want a test on somebody that you know, or if you're curious about somebody in the media, it can really be, we really need to guard our hearts and minds of the propaganda that we're facing, and it can be hard to know the truth, like which side is lying. It seems like everybody's lying, but Chrissy Teigen, nope. She has given up her soul, chosen to disconnect herself from unconditional love of the divine, her conscience. They are intuitive though, because they know what they should say, and they know how to read people and get what they want. And that's how they get so successful. $11.5 million she's worth. Ooh, and she's married to John Legend. So between the two of them, and they got kids. I just worry for the kids. Okay. Anyways, just because somebody's worth $11.5 million doesn't mean they're not a good person, right? And it's really important for us to discern who is lying and who is not, and who we should idolize and who we should not, and cut through the bullshit of the media. And things are taken out of context. Things are taken down. Twitter pages are removed. Social media is even controlled by the higher ups to Google. I mean, come on. We have to be careful. No, where can we even get truth, But you can't fool God and the divine and the spiritual realm. And I just proved it. So I really feel like this is a really great resource for every single human being on the planet. The Zen Zone at mail.com is where you can find me. Bye.